Welcome to Toge Southwest. This is season 2, episode 11. The date is 4/14/2025. Toge Southwest, TogeSouthwest.com. Yeah, all the cool stuff. Um, who am I? I am the Wandering Raven. I'm the host for Toge Southwest. And this all began back in ever since 2011 when I came back down to Oregon. um, When basically the end of Toge Northwest happened. What happened was I got inspired by everyone that was up there, and but because of unforeseen circumstances up in Oregon when I was up there in 2010, I had to come back down in 2011. So, but because I was still niched with that time, so I was like really niched with that whole group. They started a new one and they did like Toge Sierra and stuff like that. And I wanted to bring that kind of vibe down to Vegas. So I started Toge South, and I wanted to do so many different things. I wanted to do a whole community, all everything that they were doing in the vibe. But Vegas, the whole kit and caboodle or whatever you want to call it. A completely different vibe here. Um, a lot has to do with like different car scenes and how they're more like an underground street racing and street toge or street drifting kind of thing or anything that matter. But so past couple years I was trying to find a way to motivate myself to get back into the game, get back into drifting again, getting back into getting everything done because I'm still coping with my loss. And what really hit the worst was the last drift event that I had in 2019. She passed away days after, and that's been really hurtful since. And so we've been through a lot so far. So that's who I am. I'm the Wandering Raven. My podcast turn into a podcast. Maybe in the future, if it ever really picks up, I'll start doing community stuff. And I do have a Discord to go with it, but it's mostly my Wandering Raven area. So wanderingraven.net. Follow the link to Discord. You can always join. And I, I have a rule just for the Toge Southwest area. So if this does hit you, go ahead and join. If not, I'm always Wandering Raven on Instagram, Wandering Raven on what other places? On Twitch, of course, YouTube, of course, and that's it. Um, Move on to the next one. So the drift car. Um, Last couple weeks, so I've been doing this huge spreadsheet. What's been holding me back? So, last week I discussed that I had these completed. This was almost completed, and but this last weekend I got this done. The throttle cable, and I'm going to explain why I went to this one instead of something else like finishing up all these other stuff and doing the dashes. I'm gonna do one second. I had to do. This was one of the images. Here it is. That's a messy garage, really bad. I had to clean that out, and the reason why I had to clean it out was because of this no parking sign on the streets because they're redoing the streets in front of my house. It's insane. So I did a lot of cleaning. I did a lot of moving. Spent 2 days cleaning this garage all by myself. I still have a bruise on my shoulder because something slammed on it. Not that motor though. That motor is going in a different car later on. I took some pictures of that. A lot of cleaning, lots of cleaning. I basically put everything out into the driveway just to clean it up. I got rid of things that I really didn't need. I consolidated a lot of things. I normally have this my Z and my other S12 out there. It's a mess. I'm telling you, this is a nightmare. I spent 2 days, at least 12-hour days. But I did go to, I did host the DC 702 at the same place of Ratsun LV. It was actually pretty decent. Very small turnout for the DC 702. DC 702 is DEF CON meets DEF CON meets 702. I host my own version of it because the other team decided to split off and do their own thing and basically told you, fuck you, I don't like you, just by looking at you. And not in their words, but that's how they presented it towards me. So, um, I don't know about that one. So I started my own. I've had my own going on for over 10 years. And then they started theirs within the last. Kind of a shitty thing, but that's Vegas people, especially Vegas cybersecurity infosec people for you. They're very top niche and weird people. So, anyways, I got here. That's a Datsunny. I think it's a B12, something like that. It's very old school. It's very cool. They still have the original motor in it. Started out small, but overnight we had more cars show up, like a Datsun right here, 280ZX. Very cool. They were pretty stock on it. I didn't really know much about it, but pretty cool to bring out these old little cars. Datsun 710, no 720. Um, and then you have this one. I think it's like a 24, totally lifted and four doors. I need to do more research on this name. I'm not sure about it. I think it might be a racing name on it. So 620. This is 620. And this one's another awesome friggin' little 620. Mm-hmm. This one of the host people here drives this beautiful restored truck. Um, this truck showed up, like a little mini trucks, like 820, I think, or that's a 722. 20? Tell by the grills. And yeah, it's a 720. 86, 720. I get it now. Okay. 20. Basically, with all the trucks lined up. All these 720s. Full moon out that night, too. The next day, the 13th, more garage stuff I was doing, more cleaning. You can tell that I actually got a lot more cleaned out, like midday, but I did something amazing. And let's see, take a picture. But I was working with the throttle cable here. Had to charge the battery because the battery's dead. It barely holds a charge. When it does start the car for now. I don't know if I have the time to go grab it. But when said and done, you see the cars in there. Actually drove it in there. Not the drove it in. It was cool. Means it can move under its own weight. So I've been doing something good. But there is a small little problem though. Once I moved the car, it dripped oil like it should. I don't know why it did. Hopefully this weekend I'll move the car forward. I'll bring this out a little. I'll try to lift up the car, see if I can find out what's leaking. That is what I've done. So, so that shows the throttle cable's fixed. We move the car in, move under its own power. So that's actually a good confidence step forward that we're doing things right. So that's a good sign. So that's the drift car. Go next. So what's planned? What are we planning? Oil leak. Uh, I need to investigate the constant oil leak that I put in here. This is going to be next for sure. And if I can figure out what is wrong with that oil leak, we're going to move on to the wiring again. Especially if I'm in the garage now doing this. I just need more lighting. Might be able to just live stream this in there. Just like the old days. I keep calling it the old days. It feels like I just did it like months ago, and yet it's like been like 3, 4 years ago since I've actually recorded anything from the garage. Yeah. So that's my plan. This is my plan, and this is my sub plan. And hopefully this is an easy one. Hopefully I can fix it really quick. It might just be something as stupid as one of the seals on the back of the head not so bright. I'll just have to remove the valve cover and replace that seal. Hopefully it's not the rear main seal. If it's the rear main seal, means I gotta hold trap the transmission to get to it. On the easy side, that's a smaller transmission, easy to get to, a lot to get to it. I can do that in a day. I know I can do that within a whole day. If I get up early, pull the transmission, install it. um, mm. So that is what's going on. That's what's planned. So in closing, I knew this was going to be a short one. So um, in closing, I don't know why my mind just went blank. All right, so in closing, I do this every Thursday night from 10 o'clock p.m. I try to do a whole rehash of everything I've done the previous week. I try to show the list that I'm doing now, this list. I thought about just adding this list to the website. That way, if anybody really looks through my videos, they want to go see what's been done, what hasn't been done, do that. Been thinking of doing like type of future um more like a podcast thing where I can bring in people. We can start talking more about the Southwest kind of things and all the winter events that are happening. There's a lot of events happening in California and in Arizona right now. Um, and I hope one day I can actually make it to one of those. Just I wish money wasn't so freaking tight, right? Um, but yeah, I do this every Thursday night. Always live on Twitch because I want to keep Twitch alive with this. And yeah, you can catch me here every Thursday night. From that, I'm here every weeknight from 7 p.m. 11 p.m. I play variety of games at that times. Um, always come in, hang out, ask questions, hard questions, any questions really. And is there any questions anybody might actually have out there? I don't want to call out any lurkers, but this is a podcast. We are in the Q&A section. But if there's no questions or anything, I'll probably just go ahead and give it a close. And yeah. So that's it for Togi Southwest. Have a good night. And that's the end for my stream for the night. I'll be back tomorrow. I might do more Sea of Thieves again like I did tonight. I just ran out of time because I wanted to do the podcasting, and I might be introducing a second podcast soon. Um, I'm not sure if I want to do. I'm not sure if I want to do a certain way of doing one, or if I want to do just cybersecurity based. I'm not really sure because if I actually do something cybersecurity based, I've been trying to do like a something where I'm doing like a, I guess in a way, teacher and student kind of thing. So I'm gonna see what happens here. Anyways, I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow. Bye.